Hi, and welcome back to Amazing Makeover. My name is Amy, and I just had to give a quick shout out before I start this video. I actually got inspired to do this video from my favorite YouTuber. Her name is Brittany Alexis, and I had to tag her video in this video because she recommended the brand of hair extensions that I am using. They are called Full Shine, and I will link them in the description below, but I just had to give a shout out and say hi, Brittany, and thank you for your inspiration. You're so much fun. You always make me laugh. And you guys, if you're not subscribed to her channel, make sure you click on the video and subscribe to her, because not only is she funny, she will make you laugh, but you will definitely learn things from her videos. She films them in her bathroom, and I just love it. I've been wanting to do this for years, and when I started watching her videos, she's just so real, and it made me think, well, maybe I can do this too. So she's just out there lifting people up, inspiring you guys, and definitely go check her out and stay tuned for my next video. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Amazing Makeover, for anyone who thinks they might enjoy a DIY amazing makeover at home. Today I am filming a really fun video. I'm going to a friend's house, and she has ordered some hair extensions, tape-in hair extensions from Amazon, and I'm gonna go over to her house today and I'm going to help her put in a full head of tape-in hair extensions, so stay tuned. Hey guys, so I'm here at my friend Kim's house. I'm about to walk in her house, and I just wanted to let you guys know I have never put in tape-in extensions before, so this will be my first time. So this is going to be a fun video just to show you guys what the experience is like, and I will do another video down the road when I am more experienced, and when I find my favorite way of putting them in, because there's all kinds of ways how you can install these things. So I will show you guys my tips.
Artlist.io.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude.
Music licensing reimagined.
Just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick.
Okay, here I am with my friend Kim. I'm going to put in the hair extensions in her hair. She normally parts all different ways, so I'm just going to do a middle part so that she can part wherever she wants. People usually put these in horizontally, but I'm going to try to put some diagonally because I feel like it looks more natural. And when you put your hair up, I think sometimes you put your hair, you don't put it straight back. A lot of times you put it up at an angle. So if you put them in diagonally, I think it'll just lay flatter and it'll look more naturally. Okay, for my first sections, I'm going to part right near the ear, but I don't want to do it too close to the ear, so that when they grow out, I don't want them bumping into her ear. So what I'm going to do is go a little far up. Also, when she puts her hair up, you don't want to see these extensions. So we're going to leave a little bit of hair out. And also I want to leave this hair near her face out too. I don't want to put them too close to her face. So this will be our first part here. I'm going to use my rat tail comb to get a small section here. And so the top of her ear is here. So I'm going to put an extension right here. And I'm sectioning a really small piece. You want to be able to see through this enough to where it's going to stick on the extension. So we got two different sizes. It was 22 inches was the long ones, and then what was the shorter ones?
16.
16 inches. And I will link all those in the description down below. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shorter ones down on the bottom here because they're going to hang longer. And then the longer ones I'll put on top. And then I'm also going to do a haircut at the end. So these, you just take the tape off, super simple. Take this tape off. And sticky here. Get my thin section again. And we're going to put it right underneath. Make sure all this hair is sticking on here. We don't want to put it too close to the scalp. We want to make sure it can go up and down easily like this when she puts her hair up. There we go. And for the sides of the face, I'm just going to do one extension with the single-sided tape. I'm going to put this on top. Once we get into the back area and then up towards the top, then I'm going to be sandwiching her natural hair into the extensions. So it'll be a little thicker back here. Perfect. Yeah. And this is the single-sided tape, so I just put that right on top here. Okay, so the next extension, I'm going to put one in back here. I want to leave some space here because her ear is right here. Slice here. Make sure it's thin enough so the tape can stick to the whole thing. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to use another single-sided tape. Also, I kind of see some hair that's not sticking to the extension, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I really just want everything that is stuck to that tape. I'm going to take the flat iron, and I'm just going to melt this just for a few seconds. I'm trying not to burn your head. That didn't burn you, did it?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I have a
Let me know. Okay, good. Just kind of melting the glue. See? I could see it was already warming up. You just have to tap it. You don't want to, because then the glue's going to melt off. Just like a couple taps, that's all it needs. Warms it up a little bit. And then you could press them together and just make sure they're bonded together. So.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
So this could be like the first, this could be the first layer, and then we could do like a little bit longer. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the back because I want to make sure that all these extensions are lined up. I have two diagonal ones here. I'm going to do a diagonal here, and I want them to all line up a bit. Just that makes it look more natural. So I'm going to part the back straight down the middle. And again, I want to leave some hair out here so that when she puts her hair up, she will not be able to see these. Okay, so you can see, this is where I'm going to part it. I'm going to place an extension here towards the middle of her head. And then I'm going to do one here on the side. And I'm going to kind of switch them up so there's full coverage. So you don't want to just stack them all in a row. You want them to kind of be spread out throughout her whole head. Okay, so this is the first extension that I put in the back. I did this one horizontal. So I'll do a couple horizontal here, and then towards the side, this one, I'm going to do it a little diagonal so that it can line up with those side ones. And as you can see, she can definitely flip this up when she puts her hair up, it's not gonna get folded or anything here. It's not gonna bunch up. And I just put that very thin slice of hair in between these two extensions. And you wanna make sure there's no like weird hair sticking out on the sides. So now I'm going to connect the back ones with the front one. I'm going to go back and see where that, see, these are so good. I could barely see where they are. Okay, see, they are kind of connected already. So we got a diagonal and then this back here. So I'm going to put one right about here, just so they're kind of in line with each other. Make sure there's enough hair in between them to cover them up too, so you don't see them. Okay, I'm going to do another section in the back, and I'm just going to kind of follow the layout that I just did. So I say I'm putting about an inch of hair in between these. See, so that covers pretty good. Gold in a rain of gold, in a rain of gold. Come and catch my heart, come and catch my soul. Now I'm going to, I have one layer here of extensions. I'm going to do a second one up here, and I'm going to do them a little bit more horizontal since it's not near her ear. But I'm still going to leave hair out up here so that when her hair's down, you can't see them. And then that's why this hair here covers that. See? So tape-in extensions is different from like clip-ins, and I learned that too. I didn't know that. Clip-in extensions come with less, and these tape-in extensions come with like 20. So that's a lot. You don't need as many packs. And I'm trying never let you go. Come on, catch my heart, come on, catch my soul. Unresolved contradictions, what I'm standing for. What I'm standing for. Morality is a corrupted soul. Spinning desires can keep you in love. Hanging on to secrets, leaving me no escape. A confusion of senses determines my fate. Okay, so I'm done with half of her head, and I'm going to do the other side exactly the same way. But we are going to do a haircut after, so I will show you that as well. But as you can see with her hair down, you can't see anything. You can't really even tell. But I do like this placement, so I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And then, like I said, this is our first time. I've never put these in before. She's never had these in before, right? Yep. So this is just, we need experience, and we'll see if she likes this placement. We might switch it up a little bit next time, but we shall see. And I'm trying never let you go. Come on, catch my heart, come on, catch my soul. Unresolved contradictions, what I'm standing for. What I'm standing for. Morality is a corrupted soul. Spinning desires I did the bottom exactly how I did this side. I just did the same thing on this side. Now what I'm gonna do, I did one layer. Now the second layer, I'm gonna pop some right in the middle of her head. So almost like a brick layering, so they're not exactly lined up the same. So we're gonna do, so I have two that are side by side. Now I'm gonna do one that's in the middle, and this is just gonna give her more coverage and more full coverage in the back too, because naturally our hair is usually a little bit thicker in the back that way. So I would definitely recommend using the flat iron on this, because what I'm experiencing is after I get it warm, I can kind of feel some air bubbles in here. And I actually just pinched one out over here. So I definitely feel like this is making a difference to make it stick really well together. Okay, so I'm done putting these in. I just have to do the haircut. But so far I love them. I love the color. The dark base color matched her hair color perfectly. Also, you want to keep in mind, how do they usually part their hair? So we just did a middle part because she does different parts depending on the day, right? Mm-hmm. And then you want to keep in mind, how does she usually wear her hair? And she told me she wears her hair up a lot for work. So I'm definitely keeping that in mind, just kind of lifting her hair up, and I don't want to put any too close to the base of her hair. So we're going to do the haircut now. So I'm done putting in all the extensions. Now I just need to cut her hair. So all I'm really going to do is mostly do like a slide cut, because she's got these shorter pieces in, and we just wanted to do some layering. I don't want to take off too much of the length, but I am going to probably trim a few inches off the bottom too, because these are pretty long. So definitely have the length to work with. So here's the short piece here. So I'm just going to come in the shortest piece, take my shears facing downwards, and I'm just going to slide cut down. And that's going to create some layers, some face framing. See, just kind of go all the way down. Once I have somewhat of a shape here, now I'm just going to comb it in my hand like this to kind of see the shape. And then I'll point my shears up and just point cut a little bit, because there's just a couple stray hairs that I want to, there we go. There we go. See, there's this shape. It's still a little thick right here though. Can you even see me doing that?
I wonder if I should scoot over that way a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to look at the back. I trim the front pretty much at the length that I'm looking for. We want to keep these long because these hair extensions can be used over and over again. So as they get a little dry on the bottom, like our real hair actually does, we're going to be trimming them over time. So we want to make sure we have some length so we can keep these for a while. So I'm going to check out the back here. And I don't think I'm even going to trim much off. Just the very, very bottom, it looks a little bit scraggly, so I'm probably going to trim maybe an inch off, if that. There we go, right here. Right at the very bottom here. And that's it. And then what I'm going to do as well, just to make it look more natural and blend it in, I'm going to face my shears up, and I'm just going to point cut just a little bit, just like a few times. I don't want to take too much weight off down here, but just so they have a little wispy look to them. Okay, so I have the length where I want it. Now I'm going to use these texturizing shears. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use these. I'm going to go through her hair and look at where it kind of looks thick. Actually, I noticed it on this side. A lot of times you want to use these on your natural hair too. So see, there's like a layer here. This looks a little heavy, but just here you can really see there's like a layer here. So just like one, you want to go down. I always go diagonal, and just that. That's pretty much what it does. And it just kind of lightens it a little bit so they blend better.
Wow.
I feel like I need another little one here maybe. Just so there's not such a difference between the two layers. So I'm going to go through her hair and just do that just a little bit. You don't want to take too much off. And then also in the back, I want to do that. And I'm going to look at her natural hair and maybe use this. See, like here's her natural hair pieces. I might do a little bit just on the very bottom, like not too much, just so it fades nicely into the extensions. Okay, and then I'm going to finish up her haircut, style it, and then we will show you the finished result. Okay, so this is the finished look. They're still pretty long. I only trimmed a little bit off the bottom and we just curled them. I just blended them in a little bit. So for the first few days, you don't really want to do anything. You don't need to wash them or anything. They're going to start laying flatter on your head. When you go to sleep at night, you're going to want to do like 2 braids because you don't want these to get tangled. So just like 2 loose braids when you go to bed. Just letting you know how to take care of your extensions. And don't wash them too often. Maybe once a week if you can't, twice a week at the most. Okay. You want to take care of these things so we can use them for a long time because they're not cheap. But I will link these ones in the description. They're actually the more affordable ones and we really like them. Mm-hmm. They're really pretty. This is a fun color that she picked. So I'm liking this.
Yeah, looks good.
So thank you for watching.